Hello, I'm Daniel Horowitz, a medical attorney dedicated to protecting physicians and advocating for balanced solutions to addiction problems in the medical profession. Today, I'm addressing a critical issue brought to light by San Francisco Chronicle reporter Megan Cassidy. She recently published an exclusive story that underscores the urgent need for reform in how we handle substance abuse among physicians. The headline to the story, which was published in the San Francisco Chronicle, was titled UCSF Anesthesiologist Arrested for Propofol Abuse. The article described how, on March 5, 2025, a pediatric anesthesiologist at UCSF was found unconscious with an IV needle in her arm. The syringe contained propofol, which is the same drug that Michael Jackson was injecting on a daily basis and which ultimately killed him. I had that drug when they put me under for a colonoscopy. It just made me go to sleep, which wasn't any fun. But I guess in lesser amounts, it can get you some sort of high. I prefer a good IPA, but I'm digressing. Let's get back to the news article where Megan Cassidy reports that there were earlier incidents, and the doctor's attorney stated that the doctor was suspended for 10 days because of that. She was then allowed back to work, but transferred to a different location. That's a red flag because you don't get addicted overnight and you don't get cured overnight. I was quoted in the San Francisco Chronicle article stating that allowing that doctor to continue accessing drugs while treating children could put patients in danger and allow the doctor to continue self-destructive behavior. It's truly the height of irresponsibility. I stand by that. The doctor was having a serious problem. UCSF could have intervened and prevented this terrible incident, which will now follow this doctor throughout her life. She deserved better from the hospital, and so did her patients. By the way, as far as I know, her patients were not harmed at all. Thank goodness for that. Now, being a lawyer who represents doctors, I hear the gossip and rumors, and one belief commonly held in the medical profession is that anesthesiologists are at higher risk for substance abuse than other medical specialists. Dr. Ethan Bryson from the Econ School of Medicine has published an article indicating that over 40% of anesthesiologists in physician health programs seek treatment for IV opioid abuse, compared to just 10% for alcohol. It may be that the type of drug used is the distinguishing factor, and the frequency of addiction may be the same among different specialties. In any case, once UCSF knew the problem, it could not effectively help the doctor and protect patients without very strong intervention. Allowing the doctor to take some time off and seek treatment is a start, but not enough. UCSF gave the doctor too much trust, and trust does not work when a person is addicted. Think about it. An addicted person can't trust themselves. Why should we trust them to not abuse drugs? Now, the ultimate authority to set standards for drug addiction treatment is the Medical Board of California, but the board is frozen in time and can't seem to find a coherent, consistent response to physician drug problems. Since terminating its diversion program in 2008, the state has no specific rehabilitation program for addicted doctors. Instead, it relies on disciplinary measures under Business and Professions Code sections 2239 and 2280. These statutes both label substance use impairing practice as unprofessional conduct. Deeming the addiction unprofessional conduct is not a path to treatment. It is a path to punishment. The punishment results in license suspension, revocation, or probation. As of April 2025, we believe that only 141 physicians are currently on probation for substance abuse. This number is too low. There are many more doctors with serious problems, and this points to major failure by the board to identify and help doctors who are in trouble. So punishment is not a carrot, and addicted physicians hide their problem because no one, in particular no drug addict, is going to come forward and say, punish me and take my license. I strongly criticize the board's punitive approach, which deters doctors from seeking help. The approach ultimately lets doctors sink deeper into their addiction, and it increases risks to patients. The board tries to help, and it encourages private or employer-arranged treatment, but without a confidential recovery program, many physicians hide their struggles. In 2025, the medical board plans to propose a safe harbor program, which could become an effective and confidential pathway for doctors to seek treatment without immediate license jeopardy. This has worked in other states where the program is managed by outside companies and involves evaluation, treatment, and long-term monitoring. The opposition to compassion is rational and is based upon patient safety. Patient safety advocates fear that doctors will game the program and that doctors with impairment will be able to practice. Without moral judgment, these groups believe that shutting the door on the doctor's right to practice is a 100% guarantee that the identified physician will never harm a patient. Meanwhile, there are legitimate, serious, and well-structured programs that assist physicians with addiction issues. Resources like UC San Diego's PACE program offer assessments, mentoring, and remediation for physicians with substance use disorders, collaborating with the medical board to ensure safe practice. The Mayo Clinic provides evidence-based addiction treatment, accessible privately or through state physician health programs.
The Horowitz Law Office specializes in physician defense. In his practice, Daniel Horowitz protects physicians in matters that includes drug issues and treatment. He advocates strongly for rehabilitation and second chances, but his background in criminal law makes him a tough partner to the addicted physician. He will not put perfume on a pig and pass it off as a cure. Instead, he works with his doctors and their family to reach true resolution and control of the underlying problem so that reinstatement and reintegration is effective. Call Daniel at 925-283-1863. He can help. Thank you for watching our video.